Joining us this evening, Arthur Laffer, former economic advisor to President Reagan, chief investment officer at Laffer Investments. Robert Shiller, co-founder and chief economist at Macro Markets, professor of economics at Yale University. Don Luskin, chief investment officer at Trend Macro. And Michael Crofton, Philadelphia Trust Company, president and CEO. Michael, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you.
I want to go to my pal Don Luskin out there on the left coast. I want to talk about slumping Republican polls. Tradesports.com. I don't know. Last I looked, there was that GOP House contract was all the way down to 31. I think folks are giving up on it. Bad Republican polls, great-looking stock market. In all seriousness, in all sincerity, I mean, let's be honest and objective about this. Is this the Nancy Pelosi divided government bull market?
There's a lot to be said for divided government. It did really well for the late 90s. Maybe we should try that again.
But let me go to Arthur Laffer and get a separate take on this. Arthur, demonizing Pelosi, I mean, what? Markets are happy because it means a Republican come back in 2 years, or markets are just happy because they want divided government and Ms. Pelosi is not a problem?
I don't think Ms. Pelosi is the issue, to be honest with you, Larry. I mean, the Democrats have from time to time done great things for the economy. I mean, Clinton was a great president, at least his last 6 years. Jack Kennedy, if you look at Bill Richardson in New Mexico, Nancy Pelosi's rhetoric is extremely bad. And this is an opportunity the Democrats have to do something correct in America and really get on the bandwagon and be pro-growth. If they were pro-growth, they would lock up the elections. They would do it all. And I don't think Nancy Pelosi is the issue. I think you really need to have a good pro-growth Democrat, and this is the time for them to find out.
I don't want to limit this to the House. Frankly, pollsters I respect right now think the Senate is a complete toss-up. Scott Rasmussen, one of the best in the business, has it at 48-48, for heaven's sake. So the Senate could tip Democratic. Robert Shiller, might we be surprised? Might the Democrats be more pro-growth and more pro-stock market than a lot of cynics expect?
Well, I think that's true. If you look historically, stock markets have often done very well under Democrats. People don't expect them to do well for the market. I mean, it is true that they might not keep the capital gains tax cut, but that's actually a rather small part of the whole picture. I think that people, right now, they see kind of a shakeup.
Michael, what about cap gains? What about dividends? What about trade protectionism? There's a lot of that in the air. What about health care spending? What about overall spending? How do you see this playing out? Because one thing I want to come back to, if I believe, as I do, that stocks are efficient markets, people are voting all around the world. Right now, they are not voting against the Democratic House or Senate.
The economy's in great shape, Larry. The fundamentals have been driving this market. The political reality is that we're probably going to have a Democratic House. There's no way the Democrats are going to get the Senate. I'm going to go on record and say that. Stagnated government is the absolute best thing for the market. Let them fight with each other. Let them leave the markets alone. Leave everything in place